Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Amateur Otaku, and welcome to our thoughts on Fire Force Season 3. What a ride it has been. I know last time we left off, Didge and I were just talking before the show got started. Like, we only covered the first 6 episodes of part 1 for some reason.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So we'll try to touch on a little bit of part 1, but this is mainly going to be talking about part 2 of Fire Force season 3 and just overall thoughts on the series in general. But before we dive into that, Didge, how is it going? What's been going on with you?
It's going well. Not much craziness has been going on since the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the last episode we did was. I'm sure.
Let me see. Was, oh my god, that was in May of last year.
Oh yeah, God. Well, a lot has happened since then.
Yeah.
Just been at the same old. Though I'm happy to be here and happy to talk Fire Force, especially with the way that it ended. It ended great. I had a good time with this.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't expecting part 2 especially to be so experimental with like the animation and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all the action and ways that things were like different art mediums were used and all of those kinds of things. I wasn't expecting any of that at all, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And I agree that the show ended very well. It does make me want to jump into Soul Eater, but I'm behind on so many shows, and I've watched Soul Eater before, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but
I was really hoping that this was gonna all end and culminate with them saying like we're gonna redo Soul Eater. That would have been the perfect
interesting.
ending.
That would have been pretty cool, actually. Yeah, because I don't even know when Soul Eater first came out, but it's definitely a much older anime, so
Right.
it would have been cool to have a remake, especially with all of the crazy animation that they were able to do with Fire Force. Even in like the first couple of seasons, they were doing really cool stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of reconnect the two art directions would have been cool. But
Right.
interesting. Maybe we need to pitch that idea. Crunchyroll, if you're listening.
Look, I'm telling you, I know many people who would be very excited for
Yes,
another Soul Eater.
definitely. The awesome, cool. Is there anything that you wanted to shout out as far as maybe other anime that you're watching right now, or any manga you've been reading?
I've not been reading any manga, but let's go to Crunchyroll. I'm trying to think. I think the last thing I know for sure that I've been watching is it's the Sentence to Be a Hero. I started watching that. That's pretty good.
Mm,
Which hat is it Atelier? I don't know how to pronounce the last word. I'm pretty sure it's Atelier. I don't know.
is maybe I thought it was Atelier. I
It
don't know.
could be. But either way, that is really good. And Demons of the Shadow Realm is another one that I'm watching that's really good.
I was thinking about that. Isaac was talking about that in the chat. I'm curious to hear more about your thoughts offline on Sent to Be a Hero, because I watched that first episode. Was kind of like, huh. But maybe.
First episode took a lot. I get you.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Um, it picks up. So like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not my favorite of the three that I just talked about, but it is a good one. It's cool.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad you're liking it. On my side, I actually was thinking about canceling my Shonen Jump subscription.
I
I
have to
haven't
ask my
taught
nephew if he's still reading stuff
I
because
have
I'm
not
not
read
either.
anything in forever. I downloaded a bunch of Danadon because that's pretty much the only manga that I've been reading, and I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'll read this while I'm like on vacation. Didn't touch anything. So I think I'm gonna catch up, and then I'm gonna cancel it, and maybe I'll resubscribe in a few months. But I'm like, oh, what's going on with Danadon?
Yeah,
So yeah.
I get that.
Anime wise, I've been trying to catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen, which I've been liking so far. I like this season. It's very I mean, I feel like most people they like a tournament arc, you know. So this is definitely Jujutsu Kaisen's tournament arc, and it's been interesting to see the team ups and also to see like different people out on their own, like having to fend for themselves instead of working as a group.
Yeah,
I feel like I like Megami more now, watching him kind of like fight on his own and also show some of his, I guess, principles with like who he chooses to fight or like the ways that he chooses to fight.
yeah.
Cool. What else? There was another. I think that might be it for right now. I haven't watched anime in a hot minute. Not gonna lie to you, dude.
I consistently let episodes pile up and go, oh, okay, let me spend the day or spend a few evenings catching up on these. So I fully understand.
Yeah, I got a lot to watch. But what's up next for sure? I want to watch Trigun Stargaze, I believe is the new season. I want to watch that. I didn't touch Doctor Stone at all last year, so I
I
have that
still need to
whole like season to
I still
catch
need to
up on.
watch like 2 or 3 seasons of Doctor Stone, if we being
Oh,
honest.
dude, you gotta get in there. It's good time. It is a good time. And I do want to watch My Hero Vigilantes. I've been watching that with my brother, so
Oh, nice. Okay.
we're still on our JoJo rewatch saga, which is it
Don't
was
even bring up
I
JoJo.
know. So when we finish part 6, we're going to probably switch over to Vigilantes.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got going on.
Oh, my boy Skeleton Knight comes back next month. It's
You know, I'm not familiar with this anime at all.
oh it's the design kind of gives you bootleg Overlord vibes, like with the skeleton, he's in the knight's fit and everything. But he it's like, you know, the same old story, like typical salary man got it put to another world.
Oh,
It's funny. And I think
okay.
that's the thing that I enjoy with it. A lot of the times with these ones, like they're the comedic aspect of it. So I'm excited to see that it's coming back, because I definitely thought this was like a 12 episode anime. Would never hear from it again. And scrolling through Twitter and seeing the trailer, I was like, oh, bet this is gonna be a good, you know, just fun journey again.
Yeah, low key, I was thinking it was like Goblin Slayer. I don't know if you watched Goblin
I
Slayer.
did not enjoy Goblin Slayer.
It's definitely it's an acquired taste. I think I don't really remember why I was like, yeah, you know what, I like this. I dig this. I think I don't know, because there was so much darkness in that show and a lot of like heavy things. So definitely like, you know, if you're not okay with watching like essay or like crazy violence, do not watch Goblin Slayer. But I
Yeah,
think what I liked about it was just like even with all that crazy stuff happening, like Goblin Slayer was still like, you know, I'm gonna like fight for what's right and like do the right thing, all that kind of thing. I'm like, you know what, good for him.
that makes
Be the
sense.
light
Yeah.
that you want to see out of the world. Um, interesting, yeah. Speaking of being the light you want to see in the world, let's talk about Fire Force, Shinra's journey,
Is that how you're
and
leading us into this? Okay.
yes.
It worked.
And this season was insane, absolutely insane. So I don't know how you want to break this down, Didge, if you just want to talk about favorite moments or if we want to kind of talk about the story as well as we can remember it.
Oh
I
god.
have the Wikipedia pulled up and it does have the entire breakdown for both parts 1 and 2 for season 3 of Fire Force, so I can dig into that a little bit if you want to talk about something but can't fully remember. So yeah, whatever you
Sure.
want
I
to do.
also have the Wikipedia up. I'm not
Oh, okay,
I'm
good,
not
good,
gonna
good.
lie. Honestly, for a lot of the same reasons. But I feel like, I guess, first things first, overall feeling of just the season and series as a whole. Because like obviously this is the culmination of it. I do remember both doing a rewatch before season 3 started. So
Mhm.
it's very fresh, and well, not very fresh, but it's freshish in my head. Just the season, or just the series as a whole. And I really do like Fire Force. Like,
Yeah.
I know it has the bad reputation of like the fan service moments, And there are a good chunk to get through that. I can understand it's rough.
Yeah. Not as bad in season 3, I feel, but
I was gonna that's what I was gonna say is like season 3, it felt like they had that one episode where they kind of got it all out of their system, and then that was it for the rest of the season.
You know what's crazy about that episode? It's almost like they acknowledge like, yeah, we did a lot of fan service stuff, but like there was a lore reason why we're doing this. And part of me was like, this is kind of bullshit. Like, why are we trying to justify this? And then the other part of me is like, I guess if it's for the plot.
I was like, look, kudos to you for making it work. Because I didn't expect you to actually make it work at all. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I think the transition from the animation style, like I kind of wish I hadn't known that it was a prequel to Soul Eater, because that just seeing it switch to that, like I gotta wonder how the people who read the manga felt like seeing that in real time. Like, yo, that's the moon from Soul Eater. Like, oh, this animation style is changing. It's starting to look very familiar, but what's going on fully? And like, but even still knowing it, seeing it get there, like the journey was still good.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I can't remember what, I might have been season 2 at some point. There was like a character that looks like the mangaka has a very distinctive style. And I don't know why one particular character for me was like, wait, that kind of looks like a character from Soul Eater. And then like the pieces started to connect for me. But what I thought was really funny was at the end of the season, Arthur's sword Excalibur turned into the character Excalibur. I was like, oh yeah, that is a character.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. So I almost would have loved to see more episodes like with the connective tissue between Fire Force and Soul Eater, and kind of like I guess not bridging the dots as if things were missing, but just more seeing like the interactions between the two shows, even though they're technically not in one universe. But yeah, I just would have loved to see more like interaction there, especially as the kids got involved, and getting to see those characters again from Soul Eater was fun. So yeah, it was wild learning that Fire Force is a prequel to Soul Eater.
It was crazy.
You would never have guessed it.
No. I remember when I first heard it, and I'm like, are we sure? Like, this animation this art style does not match. What are we talking about? And like, for them to show lore how it actually happens, that was great.
Yeah. That was wild. And at least for me, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I don't know if Dragon Ball counts.
No,
I feel like even that's different. Yeah.
Even the way that, like I said, the lore behind saying like, hey, my two properties are connected. Yes, I get they don't look the same, but let me tell you, there's a reason why. Like, that I think is what made it like very interesting to me. Yeah, I was just like you said, I have never seen that. Like, sure, we've seen prequels get attached to something that you just didn't know they were attached to, but to actually see it bridge the gap in real time almost. Yeah. Like we were watching the world become that world.
Yeah, and it's I think also kind of explaining something that people often take for granted in terms of like what the art direction is and like the setting and why things look the way they look. Like, you just make the assumption, oh, like that's just what the artist wanted to be. I feel like most of the time that is kind of the 100%. Explanation for it, but to know that there was a reason as to like why the mangaka made the world the way it was. I don't know if that was like something I thought of before creating Soul Eater or after creating Soul Eater, like going into this prequel, or like, you know what, I am going to explain why I went this direction with the look of Soul Eater. And like that's very interesting.
That is interesting. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess closing thoughts for me on Fire Force. I think I said this the first time we talked about Fire Force, but I thought, so there was another firefighter show, but it was legitimately like just regular firefighting, a firefighting anime. And so I saw that the ad for that on I think it was Verve at the time, RIP Verve. And
R.I.P.
I was like, oh man, that does not look interesting to me at all. I don't think I'm gonna be into that. And then not too long after that, an ad for the first episode of Fire Force came out, and I was like, didn't they do this already? Like, we already saw fire fighting like every. How many do we need? And then to see that they were like actually had like fire powers and were doing different things, I'm like, oh, this is different than that other show. I'm like, maybe I'll give this a shot. Maybe I judged the firefighters too harshly.
That's fair.
And I'm glad that I watched it because it has been a trip. There have been obviously some gaps between the second season and the third season, but I'm glad we came back to complete the story. And yeah, I don't know. Crazy to have grown up with like so many different anime because of these gaps. But it has been a fun journey to come back to.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like this was one that I think most people, when it ended, were like, yeah, I like how this ended.
Yes, which is also like you can't say that about every anime ending.
No.
So we're very lucky to have a good ending. I know I was I don't know what anime is your villain backstory Didge, but for me, mine is the ending of Darling in the Franxx. I absolutely loved that show until they tried to end it, and I was like, "What have y'all done? Why did y'all do this?" That was so upsetting to me.
To me, it might be The Promised Neverland, and I didn't even finish it. Like that season,
I didn't watch that season because
season 1 was so good,
was incredible. Season 1 was
and then season 2. If I remember correctly, the first episode might not have been terrible, but it was a slow burn of like, this can't be happening, and I just never finished it. Like I got to maybe episode 4, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, I need to read the manga for that because I already know. Unless that could be opportunity to go back and like redo it. I guess I don't know if that's something that is often done, but
I don't know if I have the faith to see this happen anymore.
That is fair. It's that's very unfortunate, but we didn't have that with Fire Force.
We did not. I'm very grateful. The landing. I'm very happy about that. The ending was it was looking rough for a moment, if we're being honest. Like I think it was episode 21 or where it kind of felt like, all right, they got this, and then it just all went to shit at the end. I was just like, wait, okay, they're really gonna drag this, because I thought it was wrapped up. I thought it was wrapped up episode 22, and I was like, okay, clearly there's no need for an episode 23. Because I think 22 might have been the one, if I remember correctly, where that was when they had destroyed the moon.
Where, let me see. So 22.
No, they stopped the moon. I'm sorry, not destroyed the moon, but they stopped the moon from falling towards Earth.
Yeah,
and so they had did that. Everybody was excited. They were going into Adola to, I think they were going up against Haumea. And so I was like, that's like, this is going to be her, like, oh, you guys thwarted my plan, and however, whatever that was going to happen. There were still moments in episode 23 where it's like, is this going to actually end happily? Like, is the reason why this became the Soul Eater world is because everything ended in Fire Force? Like,
man, let me tell you what, dude. So it was let me see the episode exactly. Episode 21 of season 3, where Arthur goes to fight Dragon, and then Arthur that fight was incredible.
That fight was great.
It was also like, it was bullshit, but also Arthur is like the biggest bullshitter of the whole show, so it made sense.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, Arthur can do all this stuff now. Let's go. And then for him to like be cut in half essentially by the end of the fight. I don't know if that's how they ended the episode. They did.
I remember they ended the episode that way because my boy Rob, he tweeted out, shonen anime bring a lot of people back from the dead. I don't know if they could bring him back. And that was it, word for word. And I was like, what the hell did he just watch? Because I was behind. So I was like, what did he just watch? And I really hope it's not a character that I like, because I didn't know what it could be from.
Yeah.
And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, I don't know if they can bring him back. He's right.
Yeah, I literally just like sat here on the couch like, oh my god, I think he's gone. Like, how do you fix that? Yeah. But then like he wasn't dead. Like it looked like he was dying, but he didn't die. So that was like my little spark of hope that I had. I'm like, I don't know, maybe
he was cut in half, Jamie. I just didn't see it.
He was, but listen, he already made the impossible happen. And turns out he was going to continue to do it. It was crazy, though. I know some people are like, well, especially with a lot of, I feel like shonen anime where, or like your friend was saying, like death is like inconsequential and like people just get brought back willy-nilly. And people don't really like that. It depends. If it's somebody I'm like I'm okay with them coming back.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. You know, I say that, and then when it's a character I like that's died, and I'm like, come on, man. We know what we doing shonen anime. Bring him back.
Yep. So I'm glad Arthur did come back. And was still able to contribute to the fight. Honestly, like Arthur's kind of a god in that show. Think about what he was doing. I'm like,
yeah.
I
don't think he ever made it back to Earth. Like, even with
he with in the end he was like with Shinra when they were like trying to find a new world. Yeah, like
I'd have to watch it again. I thought he ended just in space still being excited from up there.
No, he came back down. He came back down.
Okay.
Thankfully. He came back down. He had his whole body. Which I don't know how that happened, but
they could create whatever. I mean, we saw many people die and they just were back.
Oh, speaking of Didge, one of the times we talked about Fire Force, I don't know if I said it or just alluded to it. I think while I was trying to prepare for the podcast, I was trying to find a picture of Captain Obi, and in the search it said like Captain Obi dead, and I was like, no. I was like, no.
That was also a tragic moment. I was like,
that was actually upsetting. Yeah, that was bad. So for it to have taken so long, like I completely forgot about that. So when the moment was happening, I'm like, oh god, he did die. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, that's brutal.
That was messed up. Obi didn't have the worst death, but it was like I wanted better for Obi. At least if he was gonna die, I wanted better for him. But then he came back, and he's like, now he has a head they can attach and retach, I guess. Reattach.
It was it like Captain Burns taking over his doppelganger, like, because I do remember us talking about that in the first part of part 3. So like we were in the first half of it, and we were both very shocked when he died. Apparently he didn't die. Like, that wasn't even just them rewriting it. He just was like, no, I did this on my own.
Yeah, that was wild. And I don't like, it wasn't the first thing that popped up in my head when thinking about season 3. So when I was reading through the Wikipedia, I was like, yeah, Captain Burns just like he took over his doppelganger and now that's how he lives. I was like, oh, I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay. I'm like, damn, Captain Burns is about that stuff.
Right. Like everybody else, their return was because Shinra basically rewrote the world.
Yeah.
His was, no, I'm just that dude.
Yeah. He's like, I am choosing to live. I'm not dying. This is not for me.
I don't do that death stuff.
Nope, that's not for me. That was, yeah. There's so many different like interesting character moments that happen throughout Fire Force, like Captain Burns choosing life without death, Shinra ascending to godhood for the last couple of episodes was also very interesting too, and not totally not expected at all for him to fuse with Show and his mother, which his mother is the doppelganger of the evangelist.
Right.
I did not know. I did not know. I was trying to. My mind was like
It was
exploding
a
for the last few
a lot.
episodes.
It was a lot going on. There was so much happening.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like, all right, how do I keep all of this together?
For me, I didn't. I did not. I was just there living in the moment, like, wow, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I get you. I was doing the same a lot. It was a lot to deal with, but like it was fun to see everybody basically get their last hurrah. I do
Yes,
think that
yeah.
that's one thing that Fire Force in general did was, yes, we have our primary hero, but they
Mhm.
made sure to give everybody their moment to shine, and it felt like they did it. They was like, all right, you had it once, but you can't end the season without seeing them do this one more time. And so like
Yeah.
everybody got their moment again.
Yeah, I really like that because there are many a show that I've watched that has like a large cast, but it's really
Mm-hmm.
only 3 or 4 characters that really get developed. So it
Yep.
was very cool to have like all of the, not even just Company 8, but people from different companies get
Right.
developed and be a part of Shinra's story. That was something that was like very well done.
Yeah,
But
I would agree.
I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? Oh, I did. I do feel like, because I know when we talked on part 1 last time, we were like halfway through, and that I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that second half, that's when like the story really started to kick up, which I think was our main complaint. Now I'm like, I wonder if there is a way where they could have slowed things down just a little bit towards the end, because there was a lot happening, and it's not that I think it wasn't like I didn't enjoy the episodes. I definitely did. But as far as understanding like how things were being affected, like from the overarching story, I'm like, I have no idea. And it
Well,
definitely took a little bit of reflecting, which I don't think is bad either. But yeah, I'm just curious how things would have played out if they had brought more of that story that we felt like was missing in like the first 6 episodes of the first part of the season. If that would have eased some of my uh like, I guess, confusion in the later part of the second part of the season.
that's fair. I think what ended up happening is that it feels like the White Clad were too effective. Like they were too, that was a villain group that they were designed to win. Like
Yeah.
they took over the government. They had everything they needed. When every time they would find a new person, like I remember when, oh, I forgot the pink hair girl's name, but when they found her,
uh Inca.
Inca, yeah, when they found Inca and Company 8 got to her first, and she was still like, but no, I actually like them. I'm gonna go with them. Like
I
it
was so mad at
it felt
Inca.
like it felt like the good guys were taking L after L, and yes, the second half kind of, I do agree. Like it felt like the pacing was breakneck speed, but I think it's because, like I said, the White Cloud were so effective. They like, we about to win. Y'all better do something. And they just like, we gotta fly at the seat of our pants. We just gotta go. We can't
Yeah.
stop and think.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. And I think another interesting thing about the White Clad is, or I guess Hamea especially, because I did not really give much thought about Hamea until the I guess the second part of the season, where she becomes a much bigger centerpiece, and it's like, yeah, I'm the one that's gonna start the Great Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
I found it interesting that her reasoning, it wasn't like, yeah, because we're trying to kill everybody because we're evil, screw the world. It's like, we're trying to end the suffering of everyone on Earth. So the only way we could do that, we just got to kill everybody. Like that's the only thing I can think of. We just got to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And to for I think it's Leech, the doctor, do or not doctor, but the guy, no, I think he's a
He is the doctor.
doctor.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, Licht. Yeah, Doctor Licht, for him to figure out like, oh, I guess what's powering like the black flames, and that I forget what the other realm was called.
Adola, right?
Adola, yes. It's powered by like everybody's fears, specifically like the fears around death. Um and like those bad feelings. So if we're able to give people hope, we can try and slow down the great cataclysm. I thought that was interesting too. And that's another idea I almost wish we had more time to explore a little bit. But at the same time, it's like what you were saying, like we were just throwing ideas out, testing it out, seeing what worked. If it didn't, we would have moved on to the next thing. So I get that. But yeah, it was interesting that it was just great how everything kind of came full circle with Shinra wanting to be like this bright light for people, like be the people's hope essentially, and not be this devil that he was perceived as a child. And also I thought it was the end of the first part. You see Shinra like with blonde hair, and he's like tied down to the bed and stuff. I legitimately did not know where we were going. I'm like, is this an alternate timeline? Like, did he get teleported to somewhere else? Like, what is going on?
That was a lot. It was very jarring because it was the gap. I watched episode 12 before 13 just to be like, all right, let me see where we're at. And it was such a jarring flip that I was still like, did I miss an episode? Like, is this episode 14? Like, yeah. But that was a good way to show like, yo, these doppelgangers are here and they're essentially the opposite of you.
Yeah. It was I can't remember which pillar was revealed, but it like brought the Adola and like our worlds like closer together. So that's how Shinra's doppelganger was able to take over him. And like they explained that doppelgangers are basically how people perceive you to be. Yeah. So Shinra became like the devil that everybody assumes that he is, which I thought was like a really interesting twist on that idea, because I thought, I guess before that there was a devilish side to Shinra, I guess, that maybe would like bubble out, which I guess you could kind of say that it did, because he did kind of cause the great cataclysm at the end. But to think that it was like, no, it's just like people's perception of you, and that's what created the doppelganger. Now I'm kind of curious more about like, what if people's perception of you is exactly who you are? Like, is it kind of a Captain Bird situation where you're like, oh, I'm gonna just take over, like whatever? Yeah. I don't know. That was interesting. But the fact that his doppelganger just like went crazy, like bleached his hair, got tattoos and piercings and stuff, I would have been so pissed. Man. I would have been very upset. I'm like, can I fight him? Like, where is he?
We never saw his doppelganger again, but we seeing the doppelganger fights was cool. Yeah. I really liked the fights though, where they had to fight like those titans that came with the different pillars. Like, because you brought up a good point, how he basically caused the great cataclysm. That was such an anticlimactic moment, because it's like that whole part was leading up to him. He's going to be the hero. He did the thing that he was going to do, and then you get just the silence, and you're expecting, oh, this is where everybody's going to cheer for him. He's going to be the hero, and they flip. And I was like, it caught me by shock, because I thought everybody bought into it and was like, yo, this needs to stop. But the fact that they were, when you start hearing them being like, oh, this is our salvation, I was like, oh, this could go bad. And then it did.
Yeah, that was very interesting too. And kind of going back to, Tamaki. Tamaki with her like lucky lure thing, and how that's like canonized as like, yeah, she's doing this because she's bringing hope to the people. Yeah. There was a little bit of that with the like her fighting in front of a crowd, and like the people being, are you not ashamed? And interestingly enough, it was the little boy that was like, "Y'all leave her alone. Like, let her be sexy if she wants." Yeah, that was
so
weird. That was so strange. I'm like, out of all the people that should be speaking up about this, it should not be you. It should not be this
right
child.
message, wrong messenger. Like we should. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that was wild. It was almost funny and like this is just crazy kind of way.
I definitely laughed. It was like that, like, oh, okay, this is where we going. But like I said, that's where they got it out of their system.
Yeah, I guess so. Now one of the doppelganger fights that I liked was with his name is Shimon, right?
Yeah. When he fought his doppelganger, that was funny.
That was hilarious. And like reading it back on the Wikipedia, it was just like, it made me chuckle again because like his doppelganger was not even as close to as strong as he was because people underestimate how strong he is. I'm like, oh my god,
that is crazy.
Like this guy. Yeah, like he might be. I would be curious to see him and Arthur actually get into it because I know they had like a mentorship kind of relationship going. I like because Arthur, he's doing crazy stuff, and Shimon is also doing crazy stuff within his own realm. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see them go at it, but that was a very funny fight.
Oh, how did you feel? Which episode was it where the lady in real life showed up?
Oh, that was
when Samir, the real Samir showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that was insane.
I thought it was an ad. I was like, oh, okay, I got some time. I had to rewind it because I was like, oh, Crunchyroll got this weird ass ad.
I thought I hit a button for a second. I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, damn, what button did I just hit?
I went to go get water. I came back. They were in mid episode. I was like, what did I miss?
Yeah. That was crazy. But I also like, you just don't see stuff like that in these shows. And that's why I kind of respect it. I'm like, wow.
I looked it up and they said in the manga. So, like I don't know how it probably didn't go over as great digitally just because it's like, you're just looking like you went to the next screen. But they said in the manga, you open up that issue and it's just a real life woman's picture.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, what is this?
That's interesting. That's crazy. That's like, I'm a JoJo fan. I'm like, I JoJo hasn't even gone that far.
No,
so
that was a gauntlet thrown down.
Yeah. That I really like what they did as far as like experimenting with different styles, especially as they're like, I think jumping between like the Adola in real life and kind of also looking at, because our time is like, I guess like the ancient time, like it comes before where Fire Force takes place. So then like going back to that and things having like a more realistic rendering or like that black and white kind of like sketchy style and seeing that, I like, yeah, this is just like, who thinks of these things in a positive way?
Deep. It got crazy. Like when you think more about it, you're like, this happened so many times, and it's like because there's always a cycle of despair, and it's just like, like you said, I kind of do wish that we could have sat in it, but I was also like, this is too much. We got an ending to get to. We can't sit with this too long. The world about to burn.
Yeah, no. I think that part, like looking at the past civilization, might have been towards the end of part 1.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then like the real life lady with Sumeru was definitely part 2. That was definitely like middle of part 2. So I do like that they were experimenting in that way, and I feel like not a lot of at least anime that I watch experiment with like using different mediums or even like bringing some real life elements into things. Honestly, with like even some of the games that I play, not, I guess, experimenting with those aspects. Like they'll either be all in, we're like, oh, this is like a live action game, like you make the choices, or they'll be they won't even touch it. So I like the mixing of different things, and I guess how it like changes your interpretation of different aspects of the story too.
Yeah, I agree.
It was wild. It was crazy.
It was so jarring.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely it caught everybody off guard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me see. Is there anything else to talk about with season 3? Big picture wise, of course. And there's like a million things we could
Yeah,
talk about.
I'm sad we didn't get the original opening one last time.
Speaking of, actually, that you are right. You are right. I was kind of thinking we were gonna get that and we didn't, and I was a little sad about it. Um I like that they connected the endings together with
Yeah,
like that kind of painterly style with everybody's like portraits, because the first part one's ending, it had Shinra and his friends like coming out and like doing their pose. And then part two's ending was Hamea and like the White Clad doing their pose. So to see like them put those two endings together, I'm like, oh, that was really sick.
yeah. I know they the song that they ended up using was one of Soul Eater's endings, I believe it was. So that was a cool nod, but it's like,
Yeah,
I want it. I wanted the original
I
one more
know.
time.
Yeah, the original. They should have brought it back. It's
One
just such a
last
banger.
time. Right, just for the fan service of like, yo, this, we know y'all want to hear this.
Yeah. That would have been very fun. What else? What else? I was trying to think. I was looking at something. No, I think that might be it.
I think we did. I think we did it. Like Fire Force was a good run. I'm sad it's ending. It was definitely. I don't know where she could have went with the story, so like I get why it had to end, but man,
Yeah.
what a time.
Yes. What a freaking time indeed. I don't know if Soul Eater has been talked about on the channel, but I feel like it could be worth because I think it's only one season, right? Let me see.
Maybe 2. There's 51 episodes.
Oh, that sounds like 2. Soul Eater.
Yeah. But it also might be during a time where they were just releasing episodes and not calling these seasons.
That's also, let's see, Crunchyroll classifies it as, it looks like just one season.
Okay.
Yep, it looks like just one season. And I always see cosplays of people dressing up as Soul Eater, like almost every convention that I go to. So it's definitely very much loved.
Well, like I'm hoping still that they could announce a remake because it didn't. I think it deviated from the manga's ending. Like I think it was still on. I think the manga was still ongoing. So it's like there's no true. I think like the ending is anime only. So it's like there's stuff there that you could do to be like, yo, let me tell this actual story.
Okay, even better pitch then. It's not just to update the graphics, it's to give us the whole story.
Right.
I like it. I didn't know that, actually. That's interesting. So I'd be down for that.
I did see an article the other day that there was a big announcement being teased. I don't know what it's going to be, but
a movie.
The Fire Force. I think it was the Fire Force account tweeted out a tweet, obviously, but it's like a picture of the moon, and it just says "next is." And I don't know if it was the day of the finale because this article is from 2 days ago, and they could just be reaching again. But look, I'm happy for it.
Same. I want to. What in the Twitter is always like, I feel like Twitter is almost like TikTok for me now, where like I'll just open it and be like, wait, what is
it? Was
that?
not the day of the finale.
Fire Force.
It was 2 weeks after.
Ooh. Interesting.
And then, yeah, like I said, it's it just says today is, and it's the picture.
Huh.
I would be here for it.
Wait, I don't even wait. Is this the this is this it was this is the official one, but it doesn't have a check mark.
Is it the one that's Fire Force _EX?
Fire Force anime.
This is, I don't know. It doesn't help that some of this is in Japanese and I can't read it.
Oh, I'm looking at the English one. Let me see. Fire Force. Oh, okay. Fire Force PR.
Yeah, that's probably.
They got an art exhibition.
Yeah, because that's mainly what they're talking about. But then randomly one day they tweeted that, like I said, the next is, and this is 2 days ago. So we shall see.
I actually don't see that.
Oh, is this a separate account? I'm reading it from the comic book article. They better not gotten.
Well, we'll investigate that.
Yeah.
We'll investigate that. And if there's more Fire Force to be had, we'll be back here to discuss our thoughts. But yeah, we did it. We made it to see the end of Fire Force.
Yes.
It's been a great show. I'm happy that we watched season 1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of anime. But yeah, I'm glad we did it. I've had a lot of fun with this. Fire Force was like, I was very heavily anticipating the return of Fire Force. So that was gonna be up there with JoJo for me this year. So I'm glad at least one of my anime came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Didge. As far as what's next for you, what you got going on? Where can the people support you and find you at?
You can find me every Sunday on the Geek Set podcast, every Friday on Geeking About Tech or Geeking on Tech. I said Geeking About Geeking on Tech. Throughout the week, hit the notification bell. I'll be streaming, and that's about it.
Dope. I will be there. I'll be in the comments a lot, so just say hi.
Yeah, say hi. Join me as I play whatever. I might play some of these strategy games. I'm having a great time playing Anno 117.
Oh, okay. Getting a strategy bag. I see it. For me, we are playing through Replaced. Although I think I'm gonna finish Replaced today on stream as of recording this live. So if you were interested in seeing that, check out my live stream tab. I'll probably have the whole game up there. Outside of Replaced, still editing down my Resident Evil playthrough and Ghost of Yotei, which was streamed live, but I'm also doing smaller episodes, similar to what I did for Ghost of Tsushima back in the day.
Nice.
And as far as video essay stuff goes, I do want to go back to my original ethos, which is just to like create things and not put so much pressure on myself, because I definitely was doing the opposite last year. So I'm gonna try and get out, speak with some more people, speaking with game devs. I just did a video talking to some game devs for a like local indie pitch party event, which was fun. Check out the video on the Swiper Shampoo channel. And yeah, I'll be doing more stuff like that. So appreciate y'all for coming through to watch and discuss Fire Force. Definitely leave in your leave in the comments what your favorite moments were from season 3, from the show in general. And yeah, what you're looking forward to next in terms of what could be this mysterious announcement that Didge may or may not have seen. But yeah, be sure to hit the like buttons. That way this stream and the VOD later on gets recommended to more people like yourself. And subscribe if you would like to hear more from us, talking anime, manga, all the good things. Yeah. Hopefully you guys have a nice evening or night. Always enjoy it. We will see y'all next time. Keep watching anime and reading manga. Peace.